Hey guys, welcome back. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about where to find cash buyers for real estate. Hey, I'm so glad you landed on this video. I'm going to be talking about where my team is finding cash buyers for real estate right now in this crazy market that we've just come into. All right, the first place is I love to put Bandit signs out talking about the real estate deal we have for sale. 3-2, must sell, phone number, 40 acres, will finance, phone number. These are what our Bandit signs say. I'm gonna give you a link right now. It's on the screen. It's to my TikTok. It's actually a TikTok video of me going out and making homemade signs where I bought the materials from Home Depot. I got the plastic pieces. These sheets they're about $8 to $9 each, but if you cut it in three, you actually have $3 a sign. Now these do kind of add up, but you've got to understand, you've got to invest a little bit to make that $10,000 or that $15,000 assignment fee. So in my case, I had like $30 into this sign. I bought the big black permanent marker, the Sharpie marker. I bought a razor blade. I already had the hammer and the roofing nails. And then I needed the 24-inch or the 2-foot long stakes so I can pound these into the sign. Now what's really cool is if you're in a county that have those wooden telephone poles, you don't even need the stakes. You save a ton of money. But the code enforcement guys, they don't like having to take them down off those poles. It's really easy for them to go pick your signs up out of the ground. So that's why I love a county that has the wooden telephone poles. That makes it so much easier for us. All right, next, let's just say that you are a real estate wholesaler just starting out. One of the best ways that I was able to wholesale my real estate deals or assign my contract. Basically what I mean by assigning a contract is I sold my contract. I got a piece of land or a house under contract at a very, very good discount. I would call another established wholesaler and say, hey, would you be interested in joint venturing on this deal? We split the assignment fee. I'm kind of new to this area, but I've got a great deal. I know you are an established wholesaler. You've got a great buyers list. Would you be interested in joint venturing using your buyers list to sell my deal that I found that I've got under contract right here? And most of the time, 99% of the time, these wholesalers are going to be absolutely yes, heck yes, I'll do it. How do you find these wholesalers? Well, you can go to Sell My House Fast, Colorado Springs, or wherever you're currently at, whatever market you're at. Let's just say you're Fort Pierce, Florida. Sell My House Fast, Fort Pierce, Florida, and go to the top 3 results that come up. And that's probably going to be the major wholesalers in town because they might be spending money on Google pay-per-click or doing a lot of work on their website where they're getting all these organic leads or search engine optimization. Those are usually going to be the best people to help, sell your deals or find the cash buyers where they're at right now to do the wholesale deal. Another quick tip is when you're just starting out looking for a title company, you can also find the absolute best real estate friendly, investor friendly title agents by calling the top 3 results if you do Sell My House Fast, whatever city you're in. That is by far what almost broke me in the very beginning. I had a title company that was not good in the beginning. If I would have known that little ninja trick, I would have been so much further, so much faster. So if you're looking for a great title representative or investor friendly title agent, Google Sell My House Fast, Fort Pierce, Florida, or wherever you're at, or your county, Sell My House Fast, El Paso County, Colorado, or El Paso County, Texas, and ask those people, call all 3 of them at the top of the list, say, hey, I'm brand new to real estate investing. I was hoping you would share with me your investor-friendly title agent. That is gonna go so far. I wanna go back to the Bandit signs for just a moment. Just brought to my attention that when you are stopped at a stop sign or a red light, that's where you want your signs to be at. Red lights or stop signs where you actually physically have to stop. If you're going 45, 55, 75 miles down the road, you're gonna need a big sign for people to be able to see that. So I love to put mine at intersections and stop signs, places where it's safe for someone to take a photo or to write down that phone number. But here's what's really important is you want that sign eye level, but you have to be very careful. You don't want to impede their vision. Like if your sign causes an accident, you're in big, big trouble. So you wanted that eye level either low enough where it doesn't block them from pulling out in front of another car or bicyclist or motorcycle, or high enough where it's also not impeding it. But the high signs, they work great for, staying up longer. However, that they might not be able to see it over the windshield. You really kind of wanted it like eye level or below so it's safe but also getting seen. Another place that's getting us a lot of cash buyer leads right now is Facebook Marketplace and Facebook buy-sell groups, buy-sell trades, buy-sell auction, yard sale groups, things like that. But let me just forewarn you, there are a lot of negative people in these groups, and they're gonna bash you when you put an ugly house on there or a piece of land. Just be prepared for that. I don't even respond to these people. I kind of pretend like they don't even exist, because none of those guys have ever actually purchased a piece of land or a house from me. But the people that are actually interested, they're gonna direct message me or private message me or send me their email. I don't even go through the comments on these groups, because a lot of times it's just wasting my time, and I'm not there to waste my time. I'm there to get the best leads possible. But I like to make sure that my sellers are aware that I'm going to market this property everywhere, because I'm going to do everything possible to get them the highest offer price, the highest amount of money for their property as quick as possible. So that way, if they're on Facebook scrolling and they see their property, I don't want them to be shocked, because they're already expecting this. Now, granted, a lot of times our purchase agreement allows us to market these properties, but just because it allows you to, you need to make sure they're expecting it. Next, with that being said, I'm going to talk about Craigslist, but before I do, I want you to smash that subscribe button, because I'm talking about these tips and tricks 5 days a week of what me and my team are doing to move the most amount of wholesale deals possible, and we're finding the absolute best cash buyers out there that exist. All right, next is Craigslist. I love Craigslist. There's a lot of people out on Craigslist looking for deals. I actually just helped my father lease his hunting property for the entire year by putting one ad on Craigslist. We had 3 different people that are interested in it, and that ultimately drove the price up, allowing us to get the most amount of the least money possible for his land. But Craigslist, we find cash buyers for our wholesale real estate deals all the time. You know, I like to add great photos on there. I like to give a good description. I don't really put the address as much on Craigslist. Sometimes we do. It just depends what our seller's okay with it or not. Sometimes the seller won't want interior photos online. You know, you just want to make sure that the seller is tracking and okay with you doing this. And the final best place right now, and this is not the only place, is I do other videos. I want you to check out Where to Find Cash Buyers video. I also talk about a few other things, and I show demos and examples. But the final place I'm going to talk about on this video is real estate investing and networking groups. I love to go to meetup.com and search these groups. They're always looking for speakers. They're always looking for great deals. Sometimes they have Facebook groups that you can go in and post on. You can go to the meeting and share your deals, what you're trying to move. There are cash buyers that are going to these. If not, sometimes there's other wholesalers that will help joint venture with you on these. One of the best things I ever could have done was I started a real estate investor association in Colorado Springs, Colorado. It is still going on today, even though I don't live there. Dan Habercost and Colin Smith run that association. They've got new members coming in every single week. They have a great group. I also run the real estate investor club in Vero Beach, Florida as well. It's a smaller group, but we're bringing in cash buyers, people that are interested in purchasing real estate. So definitely attend these, and I hope this video helped you.